burned out, turned to dust. I called it faith, but it was trust in us. I heard your voice beneath the pain, a quiet truth inside the rain. Not in the noise, not in the flame, but in the whisper calling out my name. When everything I shaped falls apart, you're rebuilding deeper in my heart. On broken altars, you still meet me here. In shattered places, you would draw in near. Not what I bring, not what I've done, but who you are when I've come undone. Through silent nights and unseen scars, you turn my ruins into sacred ground. On broken altars, mercy speaks, and every loss is where I'm found. I try to carry all the weight, to outrun time and master fate, but every step I took alone just led me further from my home. So I release what I can't control, lay down the burden of my soul. Strength is not in holding tight, but trusting you inside the night. When all my striving finally ends, that's where your healing begins. On broken altars, you still meet me here. In shattered places, you are drawing near. Not what I bring, not what I've done, but who you are when I've come undone. Through silent nights and unseen scars, you turn my ruins into sacred ground. On broken altars, mercy speaks, and every loss is where I'm found. You bind the wounds I hide away, you breathe new life into the clay. Beauty rising from the dust, teaching my heart again to trust. No wasted tears, no empty pain, you make all things new again. On broken altars, I let go of who I was, of all I know, and in the ashes I can see you never walked away from me. Through every fall, through every scar, you were the healer in the dark. On broken altars, I am free. You found your way inside of me.
I walk the land where nothing grows, just silent fields of broken bones. No breath, no pulse, no sign of life, just echoes of a former time. The weighted days I couldn't change, the quiet loss, the hidden pain. I asked if hope was truly gone, if strength could rise from what was done. Then in the stillness you spoke to me. Do you believe what you can't yet see? In this valley of dry bones, you are calling life again. Where the life again. I gave up trying to understand why shattered dreams were in my hands. But even here where endings stay, your voice refuses to fade away. You don't need strength I do not have. You meet me here just as I am, not in control but still I stand, held by something I can't command. When reason fails and answer cease, your word becomes my inner peace. In this valley of dry bones, you are calling life again. Where the dust has settled deep, hope is breathing from within. I hear the sound of rising wind. What was lost begins again. In this valley of dry bones, you are speaking life again. Bone to bone, you restore. Breath returns like never before. What was dead is not the end. You are where all things begin. I don't fight what I can't control. I trust the breath inside my soul. In this valley of dry bones, I can feel the wind arise. What was buried, what was gone, now is opening its eyes. Oh, you don't leave what's torn apart. You rebuild the broken heart. In this valley of dry bones, you have been here from the start. There was a season I wore the weight, like heavy chains I couldn't break. Smiles fading into silent cries. Hope felt distant from my eyes. I walked through days I couldn't feel, numb to wounds that wouldn't heal. But underneath the hidden pain, a quiet promise still remained. You saw the sorrow I concealed and touched the places never healed. You pour the oil of gladness on me where morning had its hold. You lift the weight I couldn't carry and turn my heart to gold. From ashes deep you call me out, restore what I had lost. The oil of gladness flows in me, no matter what it cost. I try to stand on strength alone, to claim a peace I'd never known. But peace is not what I can make, it's what I find when I finally break. So I release what I can't control, lay down the pressure on my soul. Joy is not a distant place, it's found within your steady grace. When I surrender all I hide, that's where your light begins to rise. You pour the oil of gladness on me when morning had its hold. You lift the weight I couldn't carry and turn my heart to gold.
I fear will break my soul, shaping all of me. And even in the darkest night, your presence stays so close. The oil of gladness fills my heart and overflows. I tried to hide what left a mark, the quiet pain, the unseen scars, questions buried deep inside, the truth I never let survive. Every wound I couldn't name, every loss I chose to blame. I thought that silence made me strong, but I was carrying it all along. You didn't turn your eyes away. You met me in the things I couldn't say. These wounds that speak, they call your name. Not in weakness, not in shame. Every scar becomes a door to something I've not known before. You hear the cry beneath the skin. You see the war I'm fighting in. These wounds that speak, they testify. You were with me all this time. I used to run from what was real, afraid of what I'd have to feel. But truth is not the enemy, it's where your grace is reaching me. So I don't fight what I can't change, I let the pain have something to say. Not every wound is meant to close, some are where your mercy flows. In every place I try to hide, you were already there inside. These wounds that speak, they call your name. Not in weakness, not in shame. Every scar becomes a door to something I've not known before. You hear the cry beneath the skin. You see the war I'm fighting in. These wounds that speak, they testify. You were with me all this time. Even broken, I'm held by you. These wounds that speak, I let them rise. No more hiding, no disguise. If they remain, they still can't heal, because your presence makes them real. Through every scar, through every cry, there's a deeper reason why. These wounds that speak inside of me are where your grace will always be.
I've been walking through the noise, restless thoughts, unfinished roads, trying hard to find some peace in places it would never grow. Every step felt out of place, like I lost my sense of grace. But in the silence, soft and low, there was a path I didn't know.
stillness of your grace. By still waters you restore my soul. Where I am weak, you make me whole. Not by force, not by control, but in surrender I am held. And even when I lose my way, your peace is never far away. Still waters rising deep in me, becoming all I'm meant to be. I try to hold the world in place, to understand what I can't change, but peace is not in knowing why. It's found in letting questions lie. So I release the need to fight and trust you more inside the night. What I can't see I place in you, and find a strength that carries through. When I let go of what I fear, that's when your presence feels so near. By still waters you restore my soul. Where I am weak, you make me whole. Not by force, not by control, but in surrender I am held. And even when I lose my way, your peace is never far away. Still waters rising deep in me, becoming all I'm meant to be. A quiet strength I can't explain, a deeper peace beyond the pain. Not everything is mine to hold, your truth is steady, calm and whole. I rest in what will always be. You are enough to carry me. By still waters I remain, even through the shift and pain. What once felt lost now feels so near. Your voice is steady, always clear, and in the calm I finally see you never needed more from me. Still waters rising in my soul, are leading me to letting go. I wrestled through the longest night with questions I could never fight. Held on tight, refused to break, but something in me had to shake. I thought that strength was standing tall, never bend and never fall, but in the struggle face to ground, I felt a truth I'd never found. You didn't leave me in the fight, you stayed with me through every night. Now I walk with a limp, but I'm not the same. Every step is marked by your name. What I lost I had to lose to become who you would choose. In the weakness I denied, you were standing by my side. Now I walk with a limp, it's true, but every step is closer to you. I tried to win at any cost, afraid of what it meant to lose. But what I called defeat before was opening a deeper door. You touched the place I couldn't hide, but part of me I kept inside. Though it changed the way I stand, I finally learned to trust your hand. Not every victory feels like strength. Some are found in what they break. Now I walk with a limp, but I'm not the same. Every step is marked by your name. What I lost I had to lose to become who you would choose. In the weakness I denied, you were standing by my side. Now I walk with a limp, it's true, but every step is closer to you. I don't need to understand why you chose this path for me. I just know I'm not alone, even in uncertainty. The mark I carry is not shame, it's the echo of your name. Now I walk with a limp, but I am free. No longer who I used to be. Every scar, every change was shaping something I couldn't arrange. And though I move a different way, there's a piece that chose to stay. Now I walk with a limp, it's true, and every step leads back to you. I woke up in the shadow of loss, where every dream felt like it was gone. The night was long, the silence deep, and hope was something I couldn't keep. I held the weight of yesterday, ashes scattered where I lay. Nothing left that I could claim, just quiet whispers of your name. Before the light could reach my eyes, you were already by my side. You turned my ashes into morning, where sorrow fades into the light. What felt like endings in the darkness was the breaking of the night. I try to make sense of the pain, to find a reason in the rain. But not every tear needs a why. Some just fall and pass me by. So I release what I can't hold, the need to fix, the need to know. And in the letting go I find a quiet strength I can't define. When I stop reaching for control, into morning, where sorrow fades into the light. deeper place of quiet trust. Not what I was, not what I've been, but who I'm becoming deep within. No wasted pain, no silent tear. You've been restoring every year. You turn my ashes into morning. Now I can finally understand what I believed had been destroyed was being shaped by your own hand. And even in the darkest storm, a new beginning was being born from everything I thought was gone. You brought my ashes into dawn. I felt the pressure bend my soul, like I was breaking out of control. Too weak to stand, too tired to fight. Fading slowly out of sight. I thought that I was almost gone, a fragile line I leaned upon. One more wait and I would fall, like I was nothing after all. But in the moment I gave in, I felt a strength rise from within. A bruised reed, you will not break. A fading flame, you will not take. You hold me steady when I've been, and stay with me until the end. Not cast aside, not left behind. You see the truth I couldn't find. A bruised reed still in your hand is stronger than I understand. I tried to hide the cracks inside, to wear a strength I couldn't provide. But every mask began to fall when I stopped trying to stand tall. You never asked for perfect lines, or strength that never realigns. You meet me in the fragile space and call it worthy of your grace. When I let go of what I fear, your quiet presence draws me near. A bruised reed, you will not break. A fading flame, you will not take. You hold me steady when I bend, and stay with me until the end. Not cast aside, not left behind. You see the truth I couldn't find. A bruised reed still in your hand is stronger than I understand. Not by power, not by might, but by your gentle, steady light. What seems so weak, what seems so small, is still seen clearly through it all. You don't discard what's barely there. You breathe new life with patient care. bruised reed, I stand again, not by strength, but by your hand. Oh, I bend, I will not fall, because your grace is holding all. In every crack, in every scar, you've been closer than afar. Bruised reed, still standing true, because I'm held and known by you.
Search for answers in the noise, in empty rooms and fading voices, trying to fill what I can't see with things that never stayed with me. A quiet hunger in my soul, no outward sign, but still it grows. I chase the things that never last, while something deeper called me back. Not everything is meant to show. Some gifts are found when no one goes. You are the hidden manna for me, the unseen grace that sets me free. Not what I touch, not what I know, but what you give when I let go. In secret places you provide a strength the world can't recognize. You are the hidden manna for me, enough for all I'll ever need. I try to live on what appears, on fleeting highs and quiet fears, but nothing there could satisfy the deeper truth I can't deny. So I step back from all I chase and find you in the hidden place, where silence speaks and time stands still. Oh, and all I need is just your will. When I release what I demand, I finally see your open hand. You are the hidden manna for me, the unseen grace that sets me free. Not what I touch, not what I know, but what you give when I let go. In secret places you provide a strength the world can't recognize. You are the hidden manna for me, enough for all I'll ever need. Not every hunger needs to show, not every answer needs to grow. Some things are given deep inside, where truth and stillness both reside. No striving left, no need to prove, just quiet trust in what you choose. You are the hidden manna for me, a steady source I cannot see. And even when I feel alone, you're feeding what I can't control. Beyond the noise, beyond the need, there's something deeper calling me. You are the hidden manna hide the marks I wear, afraid that they would show too much. Every scar is silent proof of every place I lost my touch. I thought that being home and clean, no trace of what had been between. But healing doesn't erase the past, it gives it meaning that will last. You didn't turn from what you saw, you came closer to it all. Scarred and chosen, still I stand. Every mark is in your plan. Not rejected, not undone, but held by love that calls me son. Through every wound, through every fall, you were reaching through it all. Scarred and chosen, now I see these marks are not the end of me. I tried to cover every line, to leave no evidence behind. The truth is stronger than disguise, and grace is found in open eyes. You showed me hands that carried pain, you still held power, still remained. And in those scars I understood that broken things can still be good. What I feared would disqualify became the place you drew me nigh. Scarred and chosen, still I stand. Every mark is in your plan. Not rejected, not undone, but held by love that calls me son. Through every wound, through every fall, you were reaching through it all. Scarred and chosen, now I see these marks are not the end of me. The proof of love was never clean, it carried scars that still are seen. And if you chose to bear them too, then I can stand complete in you. No need to hide, no need to run. I'm still embraced, I'm still your son. Scarred and chosen I remain, not defined by all the pain, but by the grace that saw me through and stayed when I was far from you. Every mark a story told of a love that would unfold. Scarred and chosen, now I know you were there in every shadow. Tasted days I couldn't keep, a bitterness that ran too deep. Every hope turned into doubt, Carried what I couldn't heal, a quiet weight I had to feel. The past like water on my tongue, too sharp to hide, too strong to run. I try to hold it, try to fight, but peace was never in my mind. Pour out the bitter water from me. Let it fall, let it be free. What I've carried, what I've known, was never mine to hold alone. Turn what's broken into grace. Wash the sorrow from this place. Pour out the bitter water from me and fill my soul with what can be. I thought that healing meant erase every memory, every trace, but healing moves a different way. It meets the truth, it lets it stay. So I release the need to hide the things I buried deep inside it. In the pouring out I find a quiet strength I can't define. When I stop holding on so tight, that's where you step into my life. Pour out the bitter water from me. Let it fall, let it be free. What I've carried, what I've known, was never mine to hold alone. Turn what's broken into grace. Wash the sorrow from this place. Pour out the bitter water from me and fill my soul with what can be. You turn the bitter into sweet, not by escape, but when we meet, right in the place I fear the most, you stay with me. You held me close, no wasted pain, no hidden tear. You've been restoring every year. Pour out the bitter water from me. Now I see what I couldn't see, what once burned deep inside my soul, was shaping me to be made whole. And in the letting go I find a peace that doesn't leave with time. Pour out the bitter water from me and leave your healing here in me. Is there a cure for what I feel? A hidden wound that won't reveal. It doesn't show, but it remains. A quiet echo of the pain. I searched in places far and wide for something strong enough inside, but every road I tried to take just led me the broken free. I tried to fix what time had torn, to rewrite days I couldn't mourn. But healing doesn't rush or force, it flows from a much deeper source. So I remain, I choose to stay right in the truth I try to evade. And in the stillness I begin to feel a quiet change within. Not every scar will disappear, but even then you're always near. There is a balm in Gilead for me. Oh hey, a healing I cannot always see. No, not by strength, not by control, but something deeper in my soul. When I am weak, you still restore what I believe was lost before. There is a balm in Gilead for me, a grace that sets the broken free. No empty space, no silent cry escapes the reach of your reply. You don't erase what life has done, you meet me there and overcome. A healing slow, a healing real, not what I want but what I feel. There is a balm in Gilead for me. Now I see more clearly the pain I feel, but never ends, was where your mercy could begin. And even when I cannot see, you are still restoring me. There is a balm in Gilead for me, and it is flowing endlessly. I kept returning to the same dry place, drawing water that would never stay. Thirst that followed me through every day. No matter how much I tried to change, I built my life on what would fade. Temporary peace I tried to make, but every cup I filled again still left me empty in the end. Then in the quiet you spoke clear, there's something deeper waiting here. You are the water I was missing, the well that never runs dry. In every place I thought was ending, you were the reason I survived. No more chasing what won't last, no more living in the past. You are the well I couldn't see, now flowing deep inside of me. I didn't know how far I'd gone, living like I didn't belong, searching for something to define, a truth that time could not rewind. But you met me where I stood, not when I changed, but where I could. And in that moment something broke, not my soul, but what I chose. I don't need to run again, I found the place where I began. You are the water
was missing. The well that never runs dry. In every place I thought was ending, you were the reason I survived. No more chasing what won't last. No more living in the past. You are the well I couldn't see, now flowing deep inside of me. Not every thirst is meant to stay. Some lead us to a deeper way, and what I fear would never end was where your truth began to mend. No striving left, no need to prove, just quiet life and what is true. You are the water I was missing. Now I no longer deny what I was searching for in others was already standing by. And even when I feel alone, there's a place that I have known. You are the well I couldn't see, now living endlessly in me. I found myself in open land, no clear direction, no firm plan, just empty skies and shifting sand, and questions I could barely stand. No signs ahead, no voice behind, just silence pressing on my mind. I thought that I had lost my way, but maybe I was meant to stay. Not every desert means I'm alone. Some are the places where I'm grown. In the wilderness, you provide for me. When I have nothing, still I see not what I want, but what I need is always right in front of me. No wasted step, no empty space. Even here I find your grace. In the wilderness I'm not undone. You are the source I'm leaning on. I try to leave, I try to run from all the things I couldn't become, but every road just led me back to this wide, quiet, endless track. So I release the need to know why I'm here or where to go. And in the stillness I begin to feel a deeper strength within. When I stop fighting what I face, I start to recognize your grace. In the wilderness, you provide for me. The lack I feel, the space I fear is where your presence draws me near. No fear of what I can't control. You are enough to fill my soul. In the wilderness I finally see you are always here with me. What felt like loss, what felt unknown, was shape and strength I've never known. And even now I understand you are guiding through the sand. In the wilderness I'm not alone. You are the life I build upon.
I remember nights I couldn't stand, cold and broken, empty hands. Dreams I had felt far away, buried deep in yesterday. I couldn't see beyond the fall, just silent walls around it all. What felt like loss I couldn't change was shaping me through hidden pain. What I thought would be the end was where your word would begin. From the pit to the palace, you carried me. Through the dark, you were all I couldn't see. Every moment, every fall was never wasted after all. What was meant to break my soul became a place you took control. From the pit to the palace, now I know you were guiding every road. I try to fight what I went through, to understand what I never knew, but time revealed what pain concealed, a deeper truth that had to heal. You never rushed, you never forced, you let it grow from a deeper source. And all the things I feared the most were the very things that brought me close. I don't need to rewrite the past, because your purpose always lasts. From the pit to the palace, you carry me, carried me. Through the dark, you were all I couldn't see. Every moment, every fall was never wasted after all. What was meant to break my soul became the place you took control. From the pit to the palace, now I know you were guiding every road. No chain remains, no door stays closed. When you decide, the path unfolds. The lowest place I've ever been became the ground you built within. I don't regret what I went through, because it led me back to you. From the pit to the palace,